Brian Tiwarie owns and runs one of the country's main construction firms. Under the previous government, he was handed some major road projects, like the Stalled East Bank one, and that Higgs-Bosch project, which is still at the center of a controversy with the government of the day. Despite this, though, the government went ahead with appointing Tiwarie as its advisor on business. This was done on January 19 by Minister of State Joseph Harmon. From then on, persons on social media have been leveling criticisms at the administration. A few months ago, Tiwarie was put deeper into hot water after information surfaced that he had sold 100 acres of land to a Chinese logger within less than 3 months of acquiring it. Reports are that Tiwarie, through his company Sunset Lakes, acquired the Providence lands in April 2014 for $471 million after paying down just over $117 million. Just about 8 weeks later, he sold the entire plot for $8 million. That's $1.6 billion. Headline News spoke with Business Minister Dominic Gaskin for his take on the appointment.
I don't know the considerations that went into the appointment, but generally, I know as ministers we are under a lot of pressure, and therefore, if a minister decides, well, look, I believe I have, I can use a ministerial advisor, and this person I believe fits the bill, then so be it.
There is also the issue of Tiwarie versus Communities Minister Ronald Bulkan, which erupted after the minister unleashed some very harsh criticisms against BK International, saying that the company does shoddy works. Shortly after, Tiwarie called a press conference to announce that Bulkan's comments were nothing but a personal attack. Nonetheless, there is also the perception from some quarters that impartiality prevails when it comes to contracts being handed out to BK and shoddy works going unchallenged, as occurred under the previous government. But Minister Gaskin believes that his administration will stand firm against any wrongdoings.
I don't see a huge problem.
The businessman, who was quite close to the previous administration, also became very close with the new government shortly after President David Granger was sworn in last May. So much so that BK International began providing free of cost equipment needed for that massive cleanup campaign that Georgetown has benefited from tremendously. Meanwhile, it should be reminded that the government recently terminated BK's contract for that Higgs-Bosch landfill site. This matter remains at the doorstep of the court battle because so far, Tiwarie has been adamant that his company was wrongfully fired.